Hi everyone and welcome to the Iona College Sports Report. We're here talking about the women's basketball mid-season. I'm here with Michael Ritz and John Stanko. How are you guys doing today?
Doing fine.
How you doing? Good. Well, for starters, we have a young team, 7 freshmen. How do you guys think we're molding into this year?
I mean, so far so good. I think that a lot of teams in the MAC are surprised of how well we've played. We got picked 8th. We got picked to finish 8th in the preseason poll because they saw that we lost our starting point guard and a significant wing player in Christina Ford, and I don't think they thought that we would be this good. But when it comes to play-wise, I think we've been great up until the past couple of games. But Joy Adams has been great. I mean, she's
phenomenal.
Up until this, I think she's eight-time MAC Rookie of the Week. So and obviously we have our D'Amica Martinez, who was MAC Rookie of the Year last year. So it looks like we're gonna have another Rookie of the Year this year. So I mean, the sky's the limit for this team. But just the problem has been we can't really execute too much in MAC play so far.
MAC play's been really tough, but I mean, I'm really proud of the captain of this team, redshirt junior Haley D'Angelo. She really took the team by the horns. It was like, I'm going to be a vocal leader, and she's been really big, really building this young team around her. You got Alicia Powell, who really came off the bench at the beginning of MAC play, but she's played well since coming off the bench in conference play. You got D'Amica Martinez averaging 16 points per game. That leads the MAC. You got Joy Adams nearly averaging a double-double. She might be a MAC first-team quality player. She might not get it because she's a freshman, but she's up there. And, I mean, give Iona the MAC Rookie of the Year again, because, frankly, it's not even a contest anymore. That eight MAC Rookie of the Weeks, that's a personal Iona record.
All right, and how do you guys think that non-conference games have affected the team so far?
I mean, we played a really, really tough non-conference schedule. We went to Duke, obviously nationally ranked in the top 5.
Your boys, by the way.
We played St. John's, who's also ranked. I mean, we went to Wagner, got a nice win. Long Beach State, we won at the buzzer. So, I mean, we've played great teams. We also played different types of teams. We played a more transition team in Duke, and then you play a more just work through the plays like a Long Beach State team. So I feel like that really prepared us for MAC play because it's not the same team every time you play. So, so Coach Bozzella obviously knew that, and he knew when he was going to schedule the games that these were really going to help us come MAC time.
And John, what do you think?
I mean, don't forget, you guys also went up to Canada before the non-conference league even started. You got 4 games against international opponents, and that's the first time Coach B was ever allowed to do that. Work all the new freshmen into the rotation so early was absolutely huge for this team. I think it definitely benefited people like Aaliyah Robinson and Khadijah Johnson getting to get some early jump shots in and make some buckets, knowing that they could do that up at the collegiate level. But I mean, when you play teams of the caliber of St. John's and Duke, sure you're going to get beaten down pretty badly. But it's also a morale builder for the team because you guys got to stick together through the rough times. I think I definitely did that with some really close wins, like at Columbia when D'Amica just took over and the team rallied around her. So these non-conference games definitely helped them for when conference play started.
So now finishing the season and with these out-of-conference games really helping, how do you think they're going to finish off in the MAC? I
mean, we got knocked down pretty hard the past 2 games in the MAC. We had 2 tough games against Loyola and Siena, both on the road. Both tough games, but I feel like we're the type of team now, because of our Canada trip and because of non-conference, to really bounce back after tough losses. And also, they always play with a chip on their shoulder because I think everyone's still angry that they got overlooked in the seedings so far, and they want to just prove people wrong. I mean, that's why they're playing right now. They want to prove everyone wrong. As long as you have Joy Adams and D'Amica Martinez, the team's going to be fine. They're one of the 2 best players in the league right now. And they should be confident. They should play with confidence. I think that's something that they lost the past 2 games. I feel like they really have struggled. Obviously, D'Amica shot 3 of 13. Lee shot 3 of 12. So they really need to find themselves in the next couple of games. So when we go to Springfield, they know who they are and they'll play with confidence.
And speaking of confidence, though, it's really tough to build confidence when your next 2 games are against Fairfield at Fairfield. And then you have Marist at home. Now, granted, the team's going to be amped to get the #1 Red Foxes here at the Heinz Center. Hopefully the crowd shows up for that one because Iona's going to need it because Marist is an absolutely phenomenal team in every aspect. And Iona, they tried hanging in there when they went up to their place, but eventually by the end they fell off a little bit. And remember the Fairfield game here, Iona hung in there. I believe they only lost by 6 points, but they didn't even play well and they were still able to be in that game. But that was when they were playing good basketball overall. In the past couple of games, I think the zone defenses of Siena and Loyola have really affected them. And now Marist, Fairfield, they might throw a zone at you, but I think they're more of a man-to-man oriented defense. So I'm looking for D'Amica to get back on track because she scored single digits against the Saints. So she's got to get back on track. But if we could play well against Fairfield. Maybe not even get a win, but just play well so we have some confidence for when Marist comes to Iona. Maybe we'll be all right.
Now, if you guys were betting men, who do you think will win that game, Marist and Fairfield? Break it down.
If Marist and Fairfield went up against each other, it'd be really tough. For Iona, it's going to be tough to beat them either way because you got Kaczynski down low, power forward for Fairfield, really dominated Iona the first time. And Marist, I think every single one of their players is basically all MAC worthy and all MAC capable.
So do you think we have a shot against Marist and Fairfield? How do you think we'll
Yeah, of course we do. I mean, we have a shot against anybody we play. The problem that has been is trying to break zones. I feel like our offense gets stagnant at times when we get zoned. I feel like when D'Amica's not shooting well and Joy isn't shooting well, then the team kind of gets down on themselves. So they kind of shoot themselves in the foot because they don't play as hard, and that's something that they really need to work on in the next couple of games. Obviously, the road isn't easy against Fairfield and Marist, but it's also the second time they've played them. They know what's coming this time, so they're not really going to get blindsided by it. I think the Fairfield game really blindsided us. I didn't think that we thought that they were going to be as good.
Yeah.
So I think going to Fairfield, we'll play a little more confident. We know what they're going to run. We know about Kaczynski. And Sabrina Gerador needs to play better this game than she has been playing.
Absolutely.
She's one of our only posts, and I feel like she really needs to step up against Kaczynski. And then when it comes to Marist, if they man us, I feel like we have a better shot. They zoned us against when we were at Marist, but you can only see zone so much before you break it. So they know what's coming. We scout other teams well. They know what's going to come, and I feel like the second time around we have a better shot.
So wrapping this shoot up, how do you think we'll end? You know, heading into Springfield, how do you think we'll finish?
Well, right now we're 5-4 in the MAC. We lost our last 2 games, started out 5-2. I really hope, unlike last year, we don't go into a losing streak in the middle of MAC play because that's really detrimental. We don't want to play in that playing game in Springfield. There are still some easy games coming up. We play St. Peter's again. We play Ryder, a team that is playing well, and they have a phenomenal player, and they're really improved. But we can still beat them. We play Canisius again, who we beat already. So if we can get up to maybe 9 conference wins, I think that'd be big. And we also play Manhattan one more time at their place, but Manhattan just lost to St. Peter's, so that shows you how much they're struggling. So I think we can count on 2 wins with Manhattan and St. Peter's. Canisius, we can win. And then the 2 Ryder games, they'll be tough ones, but if we can get up to 9 conference wins, I think that'd be huge.
Mike, what do you think?
And don't forget we still have Siena again, and I think we can beat Siena. Even though we struggled against them in our last game, I feel like that is only going to help us in the next time we play them. So, yeah, like John said, if we can get 9, 10 wins to kind of get us going, this team really feeds off of momentum and leading into the next game. If we win 1 game, we can win a string of games. So we just need to break this rut. All we need is 1 solid win, and that will really benefit us in the next 6 or 7 MAC games. So when we go to Springfield, we'll be nice and confident, we'll be nice and relaxed. We're not playing the playing game at 8 in the morning.
Oh my God, that's awful.
And I think the sky's the limit, seriously, for this team.
Well, hopefully this is true, and we will see. Thank you guys for tuning in for the mid-season report for the Women Gales.